up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Hope Unfiltered. I am Renata, and joining me is a very special guest, Pastor Ram Jatan. You can call him Pastor Ramji for short.
Yay, that's where you come in.
Yes.
Wait, she take all that time to prepare that. Anyway, guys, it's good to be here. Always a pleasure having these conversations.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm
Okay.
doing good. What are we dealing with?
We are first going to deal with some weird icebreaker that the MP have planned for us.
Okay.
But after that, we're going to dive into interesting conversation on
what?
Communication.
Communication, guys. Communication.
Wow! Wow! Wow!
Hey.
I don't even know where to join. I don't know.
What a start.
What a start! That was premeditated.
Yeah, you was premeditated with your introduction,
but clearly
right?
you were too.
John 3:16, Ren. Behave yourself.
Boy.
But Pastor Ram have a nice ring too, though.
Yeah. I find
Ram.
so. What do you think?
You like that? All right.
What do you think?
What I think?
Yeah.
I think all it is stretching and reaching right now.
Stretching and reaching. We'll let the viewers decide.
Of course. You all put in the comments if all you like Pastor Ram, and we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, MP.
Yo.
What you got for us?
So, real simple game. You all have props on the set.
Right?
Well, it's not so much props. It's more like a whiteboard
Okay. Whiteboard is
An
a prop, but
eraser.
okay. Yeah.
and a marker.
Right, so 3 props.
Yeah.
So we're doing this a little while, right?
Right.
So y'all should know stuff about each other, right?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
To a point, yes.
Right.
Yes.
So basically, we're gonna test that and see exactly how much of the other person you guys know. Simple questions. I mean, you all do life together,
Right.
you know. So you all should at least have a little bit of understanding of certain things, right?
But I don't know. The things I get to learn, I try to be forgetting. But
Wow.
you see, you start, man. You see, so yeah.
Okay,
This
okay.
episode just.
Okay, just going downhill.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's see what the MP and what's coming some real things. So I'm interested to see.
All right. So there's 6 questions. Each question 3 each, and it's about each other. So Ren, you'll start first. What is Jay's favorite color?
Color? I don't know.
I'll give it 2
I
guesses.
feel like we spoke about this before.
I don't even think Jay knows, but
Jay does- You have a favorite color?
Go ahead and give Sister Magson for helping.
But I'm trying to communicate.
Okay. Yeah, I do. I actually have a preference of a color. Yeah.
A preference.
Yeah.
Does it match your personality?
It matches the color of my soul.
Okay, there's some real extremes. I have reasons for these, right?
So let me see.
that's your camera there, darling. Oh.
Yeah. Let me.
But I more feel like it's this one.
You bring the rain, girl.
So yeah, you're correct. Black. It's black.
Yeah. Yellow because, well,
With the
church.
Okay. Why black?
Because it matches his soul. He said that.
You gonna hold on to that,
You
right?
said that.
No, I just like the neutral thing. I would the yellow grew on to me, but only
Okay.
because I like the branding with stuff
Yeah.
and thing. But other than that,
Because
Yeah.
black and yellow is like two. Like,
like
like
real
dull.
cool.
Well, kind of dull and then
Yeah.
obviously really
Yeah.
bright.
Okay. All right, good. Well, good job, Ren. You got that one correct.
Okay.
Let's see if Jay knows you as well. What is Ren's favorite food?
Oh gosh.
Could I say the snack?
No.
Well, you need to write it
Food.
before you say it.
Snack. Alright, so let's see.
He's not gonna guess this.
You should.
He doesn't know.
I don't know.
He doesn't know. He really doesn't know.
Yeah, you
I'm telling you, he doesn't know.
you've said it many times.
No.
Not,
Yeah.
not.
No, not-
I've said it. Not to him.
And,
Yeah.
And not on this podcast.
You see?
So
You see
he
how they set
doesn't
him, how they set him up here. But all right,
Didn't
I
you,
have a
didn't
feeling
you
you're gonna
say
guess
it?
something.
Didn't you say it on the time when we had the icebreaker talking about food and stuff?
No.
Okay.
No. We were that one we were kind of like trying to.
we were
what
prompted with
kinda-
snacks. Yeah, just
We
some food.
started not that long.
Food.
It's one word.
One
You're
word.
drawing it?
Yeah.
Yes,
One
one word. Well, that word could be
Do
used
try
as an
it. He'll-
adjective to describe
Yeah, you're not going to just give it away.
something.
She just confused me more now.
Okay.
But
Oh my gosh.
I went with the Trini answer. At least I'll get half a point for one of them.
No, wrong on the first one. It says not bird seeds.
But you could use
the
you
food-
could use the answer that she gave for the first question to figure out what it is.
For the first question,
Yeah.
So my color. To
yeah,
figure out.
kind of.
Your favorite
So-
food, black,
No, the other color.
yellow, dal. I clearly didn't know this. So what is it?
You just watch basketball?
Used to.
Who's like the main player right now other than LeBron James?
Okay, no, I wouldn't know.
His last name. Come on, it's a food. Local, think local. That's real easy.
No,
He said 3-pointers all the time. Come on.
Oh, curry,
Yes.
curry,
Curry.
Okay.
But I have never said.
Well, I
said
answered
that's
you in food.
we did talk about doubles.
We did talk. That's why that was my best guess.
All right, cool. So yeah, Jay get that one wrong. Next question.
I find for the snacks I was to get a
Hold on,
point
let me
there.
write that. Ren.
I glad we only on number one, but all right.
All right. Adrian, what school did Jay go to? Secondary.
I don't know how to spell this.
What you watching me for? I just use the abbreviation. There's always say. Now you can't get help. You can't get help.
You know how to spell it.
Hey, why you helping?
Because you already know it. Don't worry, if you spell it wrong, you're still getting it correct. Once it is pronounced correctly.
Just use the abbreviation.
It's an abbreviation.
Yeah.
I
You
don't know
rather
the
go-
whole name of the school, but
Okay.
I feel like I've heard you say this before.
Why you hiding it from?
Show him it. You have to give the answer if it's
correct.
correct or wrong.
Let me see. No. you named the area. Great job, but I'm wrong.
But you did. I know you did call it that.
I did, but I was
That's not the name of the school?
Trinity College.
Right!
In Mocha.
Trinity Mocha.
No, Trinity. So we usually differentiate, from Trinity East,
Right.
Trinity up in Mocha.
Thanks to the geography lesson.
No problem. I used to
still
teach
don't
geography.
understand.
That's good.
All
Right, so let me hear my.
What is Ren?
Oh, I'm not getting the same question.
Oh, you want? You know that.
Okay, go ahead.
Convent girls just make it known where they're from. What
No,
is
we don't.
Ren's favorite worship song?
That's
I'll
like-
give you a hint.
That's unfair.
Yeah, because
It's a hymn.
Yes. He's not gonna know this.
And we've sung it.
It wouldn't be
Recently.
Amazing Grace.
Yeah.
No.
It wouldn't be Amazing Grace. It would be a hymn.
Liz! Oh, that's so
Yeah. Yeah, we are live audience here apparently. It is well. Oh, I'm subscribed.
Yeah, write something else.
Right?
Write something else.
Stop prompting. We like these zeros.
I'll give you another hint. The same way as it is well, the answer is 3 words.
We sang it recently.
We sang it recently?
Not me, but yeah.
My mind gone blank, sorry. No, I can't think I know hymns right
Okay,
now.
I'll give you a word in it.
No, go ahead.
The.
Nah, man.
If I say any of the others, you would have figured
Nah,
out.
man.
The.
She vexed that you're helping me so much.
Yeah. They might as well just tell you what it is. Odyssey.
We
cheating.
exalt thee.
We exalt thee.
That might not be the name, but oh gosh, I spelled it. Anyway. But you say thee, I don't know. I kind of miss them. Is it?
First to begin with,
It
if you was right on an exam, you would get that wrong.
Sorry, all right.
The we is supposed to be I.
Oh, I exalt.
Yes.
All right, so it's not that,
So you
right?
will get a half a point.
I'll get
we
half
will
a point?
put a point 5 there for you.
Hey, you can't decide how you scoring. That's a one. Come on. You're not taking away for handwriting.
Yeah, but you get real help there though.
Yeah, because he asked me things you never told me, so come on.
It's true. I don't know why you're asking them things.
All right, last 2 questions.
All right.
Ren, what is Jay's favorite animal?
Animal, as I like to have as a pet.
No, just animal generally.
Okay.
Please, he's open a cat, eh?
Meow. I think it's this.
Why is she gotta keep
You
hiding?
need to show him he has the answer.
Correct.
Isn't a lion a cat?
What?
Isn't a lion a cat?
Well, it's in the
Cat family.
family.
Okay. She correct?
Yeah, she correct.
Okay,
she
okay.
correct. So she
Ren got a 1.
And last question for Jay. What is Ren's favorite color?
He's not going to guess this.
Why?
He's legit not going to guess this.
you see how he acts. And this is rigged. Eh? I just telling all this.
You want the same one? What's our favorite animal?
I'd put dog. So, but that. No. Okay, let's go with the color. I have no idea. So I'm going to guess. No, it's not. Is it this?
Hell no.
Okay. It wasn't pink, it was purple.
That's my favorite color.
That's yours?
So I'll give you a point.
Yes! Yeah, give him 1 point, Eddie. They put it 0. Hey. What's your favorite color?
Pink.
Okay.
And the
That
next,
should have been like a default.
No, that's my default, but how you... Alright.
How as what?
pink and black.
Pink.
I want to hear the justification for this purple.
I don't know. I really had no idea. So I went... I didn't want to go pink because next thing you tell me, that's stereotype.
It's okay. What did we learn here, guys? I won. Where is my sound effects?
Good. Yeah, you got it in a few minutes.
Nothing. And you want
Good
to talk
job,
about...
good job, good
Oh,
job,
thanks. I appreciate it.
I just have one other question.
Oh,
This is just unrelated, but just to like earlier thoughts on it. So if you had the ability to either talk to animals, so whereby you could talk to them, they could talk to you,
I feel like I already do that with so many people I deal with, but alright.
or speak every language in the world, which one you would like to do?
Why are you watching me? You
You
win.
going first.
You
I
win.
went first just now, so you will go first.
Okay. I will say would speak every language. I would love, I love different cultures and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the barriers I have for like not going certain places.
Yeah.
But animals generally nicer than people sometimes. But that would be the temptation to speak. But nah, people definitely. I would love to learn about more cultures and stuff.
I'm tempted to just say, speak to animals, but I'm not really like an animal person. It would just mainly be me speaking to my pet. But yeah, I think it would be kind of cool to like be able to speak every language.
You know what? I mean, it could work in your benefit. Like when you're walking in the house and all the frogs there, you could say,
All right,
"Hey
scrap
guys,
that.
can you please
No,
move?"
no,
and
thanks for
just hear what they're
Thanks for
saying.
explaining that in detail for me. I take that back. I have no interest in hearing the thoughts of frogs. Okay? But yeah, I think it would be cool to kind of like just be able to freely
Talk to
travel and go
anywhere, yeah.
anywhere, and that is true. Like considering like going to different spaces, that language barrier is a
Definitely,
very big
yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would be kind of exciting to just
Look, we agree on something.
That really okay. All right.
Outside of Jesus, we don't really agree on it.
Yeah. We are always agreeable on this podcast, though, except for icebreakers.
Except for icebreakers, yeah. You're too competitive, of course.
I am not competitive. You
Just
are.
calm down now. You know?
Okay. Okay, this is fitting because today we are going to be talking about communication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you all just had a good example of not how to communicate to us.
I think that was good communication.
It was. But yeah, it's a great topic. One that we always try to tackle topics that we think would add value and probably needed in the space. So why decide on communication?
I do think that communication is something that we do every single living moment.
Right.
And so I think we do have a lot of challenges in that area in terms of being able to communicate effectively with others. And so I think it's good that we're able to kind of like talk it out and talk about the challenges, but also give some sort of guidelines, solutions, however you want to put it, in terms of like, being able to communicate more effectively in your relationships, etc. And also for those that may not be to that point where they, are connecting relationally with people, maybe it could get.
I think that was one of the big things that we decided on this topic for. Just looking around us in our communities and spaces, we found like people were having difficulties to connect with meaningful relationships.
Yeah, and I mean, again, like I said, communication is something we do literally every living, breathing moment. You would think that it just comes naturally.
Well, let's just stop that a little bit, because when you keep making that statement, but I think it's because of like your work, and so like that's a topic you're more comfortable with in that regard, because I think most people think communication is just when we speak or text or so.
Yeah.
But it's so much more than that.
Yeah.
So it's either we building good or we making it more difficult.
Sometimes we avoid too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
But do you find it hard or difficult to communicate with others? Like if you had to, like, from a scale, 1 to 10, how hard or not is it for you?
So I think I want to answer this with just a little context. Outside of like what I do, I am very much introverted, so communication is very difficult in that regard. Like, it's something I'm not comfortable with. So like to just say, like, how people who might walk into a space and just be able to connect or just speak to people, and so I'm actually quite the opposite. But because of what I do.
Do you think it's easier, like, just like, I heard what you say in terms of like your role and stuff like that. Is it easier to communicate when the communication is on that line of that function with you, like as a pastor, as opposed to you just walking into a random room and just being able to
speak and stuff? I think it does help in a certain way. The reason being because there's a certain level of expectation. So in the environments of, let's say, church or like a group or so that's connected based on that role, I think it's maybe not easy as you would, but just because the expectations are on like both sides. Okay,
so you kind of are aware of what the expectation of your role is, so you're kind of better able to...
It kind of shapes it.
Yeah.
So as opposed to going in a room with, let's say, strangers or so, and you have no context.
Yeah, like you don't know what's required of you.
Correct.
Or like what I should say or where, or like...
For me to go there, it'll just be real awkward.
That's a real interesting point. Like I never thought about it like that, in terms of like sometimes we may walk into spaces without like a clear cut, like what is my purpose or my role or function in this space, and that does kind of it can cause us to put up these walls, because like you're kind of blindsided, you know what the expectation is of you, so you're kind of not sure, and then you're not sure, like you're just not sure. It's a weird space to be.
That's the thing. You go into spaces, you know why you go to certain places, but then to interact with persons, people there for different reasons or so. So it's really like you see, I really admire people who could just go into spaces and just be real social. Yeah. I feel like that's a real good.
That's a gift.
Yeah,
I would say it's a gift. I'm not like that. Like, I think I've kind of grown into it a bit because of my job and stuff like that. Just being able to connect with people and have random conversations about literally anything and
Right,
everything and nothing
yeah.
at the same time. But it's not something that came naturally to me.
Okay.
Like I would, it's gonna sound so weird, but even like now, like to go and order food, like I hate like going to like, yeah, like I
Okay.
get awkward. Like I'm like, ugh.
So this is probably where we more are like than we not based on our game here just now or icebreaker, but like my wife has real laugh at me because like I never used to go into shop locally because I don't want to ask for help. I don't want to ask people to help me find something. Like if I can't see something or I want, or
Yeah.
most times if I go in a store, it's because I already know it there, what I'm going for.
Yeah.
Less interaction because I was real, kind of introverted in that way. So I get you with the ordering food and stuff.
And now look at you, you're walking up to random people by the gas station and, chatting with them and stuff. So,
What?
You do?
growth.
Tell us about this.
Oh my goodness, you're MP, you're quiet the whole time and you just come to bus fast. All right. So I found, but then this is not based on social skills. This is because I'm driven by wanting to learn. I'm a student more than anything. So
Okay.
what he's referring to is I told him a story about I went to pump gas and I was in my little yellow mobile and right next to me there was a vehicle that was a very nice vehicle actually. It was like a BMW van or something, real beautiful vehicle. And so the guy was pumping, so I just walked across, started pumping my gas, and I walked across them, and well, of course, this Trinidad, so I have to disarm any kind of thing. So I was like, hey, look how I dress, and I came from church. Could I just ask you one question? And he said, all right. He was kind of hesitant, obviously. And I said, what do you do to be able to afford like a vehicle like this or something like that? 'Cause he was dressed really proper, real decent, not suit or anything, but you could tell his lifestyle and stuff. And he looked at me and kind of smirked and he said, he was a manager of a big marketing company or something here. And so then he started to explain and I just asked him, I said, if you had one bit of advice from your journey of where you started to where you are now, what would it be? So I did get you want the answer? He said, do not procrastinate.
Right.
Like action, everything. So I love it because, in that regard, if I see someone in maybe a position better than me, whether it could be spiritual, it could be financial, it could be physical, I'm always a student. So from that drive, I'm okay going and ask random people
Questions.
Yeah, but then again, it's because of like what we said, how it
But that's not introvert like, right?
well, it's not like I wrong plenty people or anything.
I know,
it's
but
just like a
still.
one-on-one. That is introvert. Like,
No.
well, I don't know.
That's
I don't know.
random, like a rando, like.
Listen, I guess it's because of where I'm at. So I did like climbing up Mount St. Benedict. I do ask like somebody, the like older folks who I see doing it better than me, easier than me, faster than me. Hey, what made you so fit to be able to do this and stuff? What drives me is just that where I'm at, I just see people who maybe show some signs of where I want to go.
Okay.
Yeah. So I shoot my shot, if you want to call it that. Yeah.
And what do you think is like the main lesson in terms of like you just, okay, so you being an introvert and kind of like putting yourself out there. What do you think is like the main...
What make me do that switch then? It's real simple. You have to reach a point where you, for me in that specific those examples, you have to reach a point where you're fed up of where you are.
Okay.
And you're not always going to have all the answers.
That's a real interesting point. Like,
you have to be fed up enough.
so it's beyond just you.
Yeah. I mean, because everybody will complain about stuff,
Yeah.
But if you're not willing to go and actually...
Yeah.
So I have to get myself uncomfortable if I'm going to stretch myself to grow to something. Because the material things or even the physical fitness I see, that didn't come just for that. It came because of steps they took, mindset, different things. So until you become... And in those areas, I was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I pushed myself. But I wouldn't do that in a big room or like if like let's
No, but
say,
that's a real big start though. Like,
but I don't do it consistently enough though. That's the next thing.
but you do it way more than the average person would. Because I cannot picture myself.
Like walking up to a stranger.
I don't know. I
I
think
feel
I'm
like you
very
do that.
moody. I'm very moody. So it
Okay.
depends on what mood I'm in.
So that's why I told you. That's why I answered the way I was. When you get to the point where you
Yeah.
are frustrated
Yeah.
about whatever it is,
Yeah.
and I think that's how it works in growth in any area of our life. So right now it's communication.
Yeah.
You're gonna communicate better, or you're gonna listen to this podcast and maybe take some of the points. When you get fed up, realizing that okay, my relationships not working the way it should then.
No, it's non-existent.
Oh well, oh God, you see you.
What?
I was just trying to
Well,
later on.
you
like,
talking
you know,
like it have something that not working, but then there's also the other end.
it
where
absolutely
there's
not even existed.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
We
you're
have
right.
to
You're
be
right.
unfiltered here.
Fair enough. Okay, good.
Lovingly unfiltered.
Y'all can go after her in the comments.
Yeah, it's at what's your handle again?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think communication is a challenge. It has been, like I mentioned before, a challenge for me, and there are reasons why people find it challenging
Right.
to communicate and again to like put yourself out there.
Yeah.
There's always risk involved. Even in communicating, you don't control the way people perceive you. You don't control
Or even what they hear, or how
what-
they hear it.
exactly, or
Yeah.
the opinions that they form. So yeah, but that's not necessarily our responsibility always.
Yeah, but that's still, at least for me. Let me not say it like a overarching statement, but for me that shaped a lot of how I did not communicate.
Okay.
The fear of being misunderstood, and we saying that nicely and cleanly, but you know, especially when you're dealing with different personalities and people, and like sometimes you know somebody who maybe you see them get offended already, like you
Yeah. So
You-
you kind of you switch the way that you would approach.
approach
or
and yeah,
there is the fear aspect of it too. You may not want to approach them again.
at all, yeah,
Yeah.
So stuff like that, I think is it's a little bit different. It's I think all of those things play into our choice and
Yeah.
how we communicate and
And
stuff.
I think I did share in a podcast previously, like just that fear of like what people would think about me and stuff like that. That was the insecurity.
The
episode.
insecure, yeah. You definitely
and,
did that.
And just before we started this one, that's something that you kind of brought up in terms of like us not putting ourselves out there and being able to communicate
Right.
in that way or form relationships with others. It can be as a result of again, insecurity.
I think that is still a big part of like what I see, like in communities around myself and even persons I might meet out there. That insecurity is something that I think we all struggle with in different areas of our lives. But when it comes to communication, you just said it. Like if you are in a certain mood,
Yeah.
you're not gonna approach anybody.
Yeah.
And how many times we in our own head or
Yeah.
in our own feelings. And I think, so definitely, that is a big part of this conversation.
What's your degree in, Ren?
Mass communication.
Okay. That's what I don't know.
Wait,
I'm
hey,
confused.
I just find this MP, you have real insight, like,
I saw-
frogs
Well,
in a house, No wonder you can do this on icebreaker.
As pay attention to my host.
Good, I like that, I like
So
that.
I hope it's it too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jay don't have any frogs by him.
You don't have any frogs by him?
No.
Interesting. It's probably because he has cats.
All right, moving on.
Yeah. So we're talking a lot about like the struggle and stuff like that in terms of like being able to
Wait,
communicate.
what's your degree in? You see, you make me think twice before asking your question with that kind of reaction.
What I do?
Non-verbal communication.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you got the point. You just cancel me.
Yeah. No, what is your degree in?
Mass communications.
Mass communications. Wow.
And Yeah. Well, let's just leave it at that.
I didn't ask anymore. But go ahead, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I studied. That's a question, right?
Right, no, we could go back to...
To my point?
Yeah, to your point.
Okay.
You could help communicate.
No problem. I'll try.
Right,
I
there
will
we go.
So we were talking a lot about the struggles and stuff like that. And one of the things that I feel has kind of further driven us down this downward slope is the pandemic.
Right.
It was definitely a turning point in terms of just the way that we communicate with people.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons, like when the pandemic came,
Social distancing.
the new normal became the new normal became really being disconnected in a sense. We became a lot more dependent on our devices. We were dependent before, but it just got
it went to a different level.
Yeah,
for sure.
Whole different level. Every aspect of our lives was impacted in that way.
Right.
Socially,
but here,
our jobs even.
But you're not mentioning a part that I feel like plays a real behind the scenes part, but like we learned how to be afraid on different levels.
Yeah.
Through that pandemic. Like it was scary, but like I feel like we didn't come out of that like almost like that guarded place. So I think like even with communication, I just feel like during that time in history, because that was a global pandemic. That's something that will be remembered and studied probably in history books and in time to come. But just the mass level of fear that had gripped the globe.
Yes.
I feel like that. So aside from the physical things that were changes, like you're talking about the dependency on the devices, and so I think the psychology within us in terms of the way we had to deal with fear in such a way, I think that really broke us in many regards.
Yeah, and I don't think that we have noticed that brokenness, and that it's something that we just came out of it like, great, we went into this period of time in history.
Right.
We went to the pandemic and we refer to it in passing like, oh yeah, pandemic days or during COVID or lockdown or whatever. But we've not, just as much as we kind of like had to live through that, we've not taken the time to heal, like coming out of it. And so it did impact us.
So here's the thing. You saying take time to heal. Most of us, I don't think, even realize or even have come to terms with how much it affected us.
Yeah. We're unaware.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think coming out of the pandemic, I think we were just so happy and relieved to be coming out of that we just wanted to enjoy so much more moving forward, all of that. But I think even for myself, I'm not even speaking like I have this great insight into it, but even as a father, I'm looking at the effects it had on my oldest daughter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when I see certain things, like, okay, her personality was so different with this and with that, and like I'm now seeing new sides of her again. And when I look back, it's not just the pandemic, but it was a big part of it, that season of life then, you know.
But I mean, I could relate to that as well. Like, there are certain things that I used to do before the pandemic that I do, like, it almost doesn't come naturally to me anymore.
Right.
So like before, like in social settings, I would always hug people and just be glad to be like, you know, kind of like showing love in that way and stuff like that, even to strangers. Now we're talking more in like the church setting, right?
Yeah, I get it. So, hey, if all you see outside, don't play, just go and walk up and hug and all kind of thing. That's what she's trying to say on the down.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Thanks
see,
for
have
that.
You covered. I want to make it clear, right?
Thanks. But yeah.
But that's changed?
Yeah.
Like, so.
Yeah. And it's not something like I'm deliberate like about like, oh my gosh, I don't want to hug people.
You're not actually thinking about it when you're in these spaces.
It's almost like new habits were formed for obvious reasons, because we were in a place of just trying to survive.
Right.
And so we had to adapt and develop certain new habits. Some of us have not come out of that. Right. And I see that sometimes in my own, so that's one way, but there are times as well, like I would be in social settings, even like the church channel, and I see like a whole set of people, I'll be like, there's so much people in here. Social anxiety.
That hard to believe it what he's be doing, but I get it. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
I mean, you do what you have to do, but it does like no, it's not something that I'm like bothered by. Like, oh my gosh, what are all these people doing? But there are times I'd be like, oh, a lot of people.
But it affects you in a way that you realize prior to the pandemic
Yes.
was very different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And so, yeah, definitely. I'm sure there are other ways, maybe things that I have not,
Probably
noticed
discovered.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it has affected me, like just the way that you interact and socialize with people, etc.
Yeah.
Did it affect you in any way? Like,
As an introvert, I
Like
was
you was
enjoying it.
happy?
No, I mean, during the pandemic would have been. It was definitely scary, but also I think because of where we were, even with the church, there was so much stress in that season because we were supposed to be launching the church and then we had to pull back and
Yeah.
contract like for locations, cancel.
yeah.
So like there was a measure of stress that came because of that.
Just the uncertainty, too.
Exactly. And trying to figure it out and stuff was one thing, but it was so difficult to like stay connected with people. I think that because even in my own self, that was something difficult for me. Not being able to see people occasionally, like or consistently.
Yeah.
So like you have your routines before pandemic where you're seeing people at a certain point,
Yeah.
and even as somebody who might be an introvert or so, you kind of have times and spaces where you know you're going into and you're prepared.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
now you have nothing, and so I felt like it was lots of hard work because yes, I don't like the idea of going into spaces where I'm not comfortable or don't know many people. But then to think about trying to build or do things that you're supposed to do, and with the difficulties, like what we talk about, like only over the technology, and then here's the crazy part: technology became the answer
Yeah. But I think technology...
for that season. Let me just say it that way.
Yes, but we were kind of moving in that direction already.
Yeah, but the pandemic
But it kind of like...
sped it up
Yeah.
faster than
sure.
any of us would have expected.
It's like we just
Correct.
leaped ahead
Correct.
real quick, real fast. Because, I mean, it was a necessity. And thank God for technology. We were able to survive and do certain things even in the pandemic. Stay
No,
connected to certain...
we got things better as well. So we're
Yeah.
not saying that it was all bad, like with
yeah.
the technology and stuff. Like you have people who have options to work remotely now,
Yeah.
which is a blessing given Trinidad traffic. But like straight out, you saw the benefits of it as well. But then that became a dependence where I think it became our default.
For sure, and I think, okay, so we used the technology to stay connected because we couldn't physically be in spaces. But coming out of that, and I think we, like I mentioned, we had already been moving in that direction where technology was becoming, we were already becoming dependent on it. So much so that it kind of took more of it became sort of the primary form of the way we communicate and interact with people.
Right.
So face-to-face communication started dwindling even before the pandemic.
Correct. Yeah.
And
agreed.
like we said,
Agreed.
the pandemic kind of like we jumped all the way ahead, and now you see people unable to have normal conversations with persons, like even the younger ones growing up, like they're really, really dependent on these devices.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to connect with people.
We prefer messaging. We prefer
Yeah.
message. We safe behind a phone in our own space. It's easier, to be
Let me
honest.
ask you a question. You prefer like text or a normal conversation face to face?
Now, well, especially because of what I do, face to face.
Okay.
But
But your default is what? Face to face?
no
Exactly.
my default has been like technology because that's how
Okay.
I built a lot of my connections, and so
Okay.
some of my best friends, they live abroad, so to stay in contact,
Yeah.
we may have a video call now and then, but mostly it's just through text
Yeah,
or voice
yeah,
notes
yeah.
or whatever. So yes, by default, but like now I know, I guess because I'm in this space where I realize and that okay, this is a problem. Like I don't know if people agree or not, but the communication in our society and in our culture today, I really think it's a bigger problem than we are admitting at some points.
Yeah, it is. And it's affecting and impacting the relationships, the quality of relationships or lack thereof that we have. And it's something, again, we're opening up this conversation because we see that there's a problem, hopefully, in hopes of, we can't fix everything with just one podcast in an hour, but at least we could start the conversation going and kind of get people thinking.
I hope from this conversation, for the very least, people who maybe didn't think that they had an issue with communication or so would probably at least go and just reflect on it.
Yeah.
Look at, maybe take assessment to see how their relationships are, how it's built, where it could improve and stuff like that, because I do think we have to get back to more face-to-face.
Basics, get back to basics.
Yeah.
We definitely need to try. I'm saying this and I feel almost hopeless, because I feel like we're just going further and further into the technology of communication that, we're just losing that.
MP, you going into this technology in a different way, and I think you were telling us that you found a nice friend in AI. We spoke about AI a little bit before, but I just want to bring it back up now. Just
Yeah, me and Chat have a nice relationship.
You have a relationship, eh?
I have a next one.
Yeah, my next one.
Yeah,
But I think that's a big part of it now too, with the technology, because we can't just talk about we just can't talk about the medium of social media, your phone and whatever. There's actually now within the technology ways to build for you to have a relationship.
Yeah.
But outside of technology, so we know technology has created that problem in the sense of it's another way you communicate, not the whole face-to-face and stuff. But why is it so hard, I think, to just communicate with people in the sense of outside of technology? Why do you think people just find it hard? For me, I'm somewhat like you too. I'm not the type of person that could walk into a room and, just talk to everyone. Right. When I go shopping, if Shoe Locker has no customers and 10 people trying to sell, I'm not going inside there. Because I know when I walk in there, somebody going to
a couple people come across.
I know it have these stores that days we watch it from outside. And as they walk in, 2, 3...
Fresh meat.
But is it something you could say, is it I know people are different, so it could be, self-esteem, issues with people just not having that, confidence to go up to persons and stuff.
Right.
But what outside of the technology aspect, what do you think affects persons in that way?
Bad experiences, I think, is one of them, having bad past trauma, if you put it that way. And not healing from that.
I think for sure. I think past experiences. So it's not just because it's past experiences of let's say somebody betrayed you, hurt you, disappointed you or so. Is because now, think about it this way. Let's just say you had a deep, good relationship, a good friend. We ain't even talking about romantic or anything. You have a really good friend. And for whatever reason, that relationship got broken. You got hurt over it. And so, what I've realized is not just simply, we doing the hard work of processing that, grieving it even if you have to, and start to move on. The reason we don't even get to those processes is because we are now surrounded by technology that introduces a level of attention that we were not getting years ago.
Yeah. So it's this instant gratification.
Of course, you have a following, you have a community, quote unquote community online that's gonna validate you, validate your existence, cheer you on.
Yeah.
But they're not even getting close enough to you to actually do deep work. You can have how many so-called friends? That word has been redefined based on the technology, the apps and all that sort of thing. So I think deep work not being done because of the past experiences. But then I think also I mean, I could talk from experience. Like, part of, like, when you describe that like looking at the store and seeing all these people there. For me, is if you're not secure as well. I'm not saying that is you, MP, because you're on the other extreme. But like, I know there were times in my life where I felt so insecure that I didn't like people coming up to speak to me. Like, just that had nothing to do with them, had nothing to do with scenarios or whatever. I just wanted to stay by myself. And it's not that I enjoyed being by myself.
Yeah.
Because when I did connect with, like you know, the few persons, so it's not just technology. I think technology is just a part of what brings in a lot of it. But like you all said, the past hurts. But I think we have to look at ourselves too.
Yeah. Because there may be a reason we are avoiding or rejecting.
Of course. So when I spoke about my daughter, because she lost a big part of her life in school, I realized it affected her ability to make friends or how to relate or go into spaces. Now, children shouldn't have that kind of pressure and that kind of anxiety, but they do.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
They do now. And I think it's because they've been exposed to what they see in the world rather than just in their space and environment. We touched on that a bit, but I think that's something that we have to look at in ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, what's driving us.
Yeah. I do think, though, that there is no one under the sun. Somebody else probably may have a different opinion, but I don't think there's anyone that is like the best communicator. I do think, like, we always have things that we can work on.
Yeah.
And while it may not necessarily be something that comes naturally to you, I do think if we approach it with some measure of intentionality, we can become better. I think practice makes better.
Makes progress.
Yeah. Progress, yeah. So, yeah. Step out. Like, I mean, I always ask people questions and they come and be like, oh my God, I'm so scared to do X, Y, Z. I'm like, okay. But what do you really have to lose, though? Like, what do you have to lose? What was the worst thing that could happen? They wouldn't like you. Okay, there's somebody else, you know, that may like you. You move on, you know.
So you kind of face what's the worst case scenario kind of thing. I mean,
but then so I asked them that question, and then I asked, what's the best thing that could happen out of the situation?
Right.
You make a friend. You find that, hey, this person's actually really cool.
You hit it off, a real good friend. Yeah.
But you not wanting or just to step out in that way, you might be missing out on, you know. And I'm saying that, but I know that's not easy to do.
Right.
Yeah.
The fear, that whole fear, there's a social anxiety part of it that I think because of our exposure to what relationships we think should look like, or let's just say things like body image and all of that too.
That play a part in terms of
correct.
Just being able to. Yeah.
So there's so many factors. I think when you look at communication, I think for all of us, like you said, we look at different aspects, but I think we need to look inside, start there, see what stops us from reaching out or going after that face to face. Because it could just simply mean because of even like the pandemic and everything, we just got accustomed and comfortable.
Yeah.
But we need to see that this not helping us.
Yeah, even like persons who may be, you know, wanting like romantic relationships as well. Like, come on, like you have to. I'm not just saying just be open to anything, but at least be open to starting just a conversation. That's all I will say. Like, start a conversation. Like, try to, you know, build like a friendship with someone. You don't have to go all.
Well, that's the thing. You saying romantic relationship, and I laughing because I think when people approach this, a lot of what I see, they want to skip all these stages.
Yeah.
They want, like, get to know someone.
Yes.
Get to know someone, and this is the thing about it. You may have been attracted to them when you saw them, but when you get to know them, that increases in such a way. Like, I mean, you know, once they're not some kind of extreme person or whatever, but we trying to shortcut a lot, and I think that's why I think we really wanted to tackle this, because we're not doing it right.
Yeah.
We're not doing it right for the most part. Not saying everyone, but definitely, definitely. I don't want to say too much on it and make it into a relationship episode.
Why? How you mean? But it's something you always say, and I feel like always comes up on the podcast. You said it's on several podcasts that have gone. People don't necessarily want to build deep relationships with people. Like, most people don't want to go that deep. And again, we always come back to this point that there is something within us that we need to look at.
Yeah.
In terms of like the insecurity, the fear, whatever that the root cause of us not being able to build relationally with others is, we need to start, kind of having those tough, not conversations with yourself, because all you can say, I tell you, all you talk to yourself.
You can talk to yourself, just don't answer yourself.
Okay.
That's my
That's your solid advice.
No, but
talk to yourself.
Just don't answer yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like
we need to confront if we want. If this is to end on a hopeful note, I think we do need to confront our insecurities, the reasons why we may be reacting the ways that we do in terms of like avoiding relationships. If it's the pandemic, whatever it is, we need to face those things.
You can't change anything you're not willing to confront.
Yeah.
Or even just admit to. So that's why I said in the early part, just start exploring it, see, like assess your relationships or the lack thereof.
Yeah.
And great, you may say, well, this is why I think I want to just say, I know we'll talk about how we could do some practical things, but I would say not just because you could live and maybe living right now without deep, meaningful relationships around you means that that's okay.
Yeah.
Like this is my firm belief, my faith even, that we were connected for relationships.
Yeah.
And I think even the strongest of us who can survive, it doesn't bode well with us continuing this way.
Yeah. And don't think, a lot of times when I think, build relationships with people, I think like, oh my gosh, I need to go and talk to like this much people. No, start with one. Just start with one person.
So I'll say just start where you are.
Yeah.
The environments you're in, just be more open. Like,
yeah, and more intentional too.
Correct.
Like be willing to put yourself in social spaces.
Be uncomfortable a little bit.
Yeah, be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I don't think this thing comes naturally to some people, and that's okay. You don't have to go changing who you are. But I think when you get to that point, even though you're like an introvert,
right?
Like when you get to that point of like building like a solid relationship with someone, for example, like you get more comfortable in terms of like being able to approach or talk or have a conversation.
No, I think like me being an introvert, I could speak on this. You still love relationships.
Yeah.
It's just the way you get to them just looks very different than the person who could go out there and connect with many people and stuff.
Yeah.
So let's say we taking in a couple of things in ways that we could communicate more effectively.
Yeah.
We're talking about being more intentional, to put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Become a little more uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But I just want to spin back on one thing that you've been saying a lot of. Take the time to heal.
Yeah.
Like, look at the areas that brought you to the space where you have walls up, guards up.
Yeah.
And the way to heal, I'm not going to make this any kind of super spiritual or so, but the best practical step I could tell you is like, if you have something in your past that has hurt or kind of offset you in terms of with people and so, find someone you can trust.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Yeah. 100.
Disarm it. Like,
yeah.
That's your starting point for healing.
Yeah. And again, for the person that has difficulty communicating, that is tough.
That's frightening. That's scary.
It's scary. I know. It is scary. But like you said, find someone that you can trust. Stress on that. And open up, be okay. You don't have to share everything, but at least start.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure.
We have any more points?
I think a big one that we didn't touch on is also in communication is listening.
Yeah.
So it's not just one way. Yes, it's probably the most difficult. That might be the easiest part, I would say, because it might be more difficult to actually start the conversation or have that. But yeah, if it is, that's like well, you guys know I'm married, right?
Really?
And, yeah.
Who's that lucky woman? Look, I wish we had a camera on the MP. That man started to blush.
Oh gosh. Where the sound effects?
Oh, yeah. No, you'll get that next show.
Next show. All right, go ahead, guys.
So yeah, like me and my wife, I would know when we are talking. Like I would tell her stuff, and I know she's not listening. Like I could, and I'd deliberately say real weird stuff when I know she's not paying attention, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just throw out
Here,
some
I could
random
recommend.
things.
like the frog right
Yeah,
there.
so I'll be saying, hey, you know, today at work, I ended up killing somebody, and
Right.
I have the body in the car, and she'll just be,
Yeah.
and I'll just watch, and then she'll stop whatever she was doing and be like, what he said? So yeah, the listening part of communication is also
Preach, brother.
yeah.
So we need to be better listeners. If we
Yeah.
want to improve our relationships, you heard it from the MP sharing some testimony here.
Wow.
Y'all pray for his wife that she would listen to him.
I would say introverts practice speaking. Extroverts practice listening.
What?
Boss,
Hey,
man.
come good day. Come
Yeah,
good
yeah,
day.
yeah.
Yeah, everything here.
You're so silly.
But no, that's good advice. That's real good advice. Yeah. And which really comes down to we have to be intentional about doing the things that are not always comfortable for us by default.
Yeah. But if we want to build strong, good, healthy relationships, we have to be willing to.
I hear this all the time, like with a lot of people I listen to about communication. They say to stop listening just to respond,
Yeah.
but to actually hear what the person is trying to communicate.
Yeah.
And I think that's just real solid advice for every area, but especially when you want to build your relationships on a level that not just the surface level. So yeah.
Woo, we out of time here. This was fun.
Because you win the icebreaker.
I just rub off my points, but yes, I won this icebreaker. Let it be known all around the world.
We see
This
where
feels
your
good.
degree will come in, yes? Mass
Really?
communicating. Keep that same energy when you lose, I'm telling you.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
But it's been a good conversation.
Yes, it has been. I feel like we could have gone on a little bit, but you guys please let us know, like, if you have ideas on topics you'd like us to discuss, things that you struggle with, you battle with, or if it's just things that
Or maybe we just go
current
deeper
in-
with this one or
Yeah.
other topics as well
Yeah.
that we might have touched on.
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. You can hit us a DM. You can also follow us on our socials. That is at Hope Unfiltered on Facebook, YouTube. No, we're not on Twitter. I was about to say Twitter. TikTok. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
Also, before we go, plug the next episode.
The next episode. So we are doing. So Pastor Ram Jatan here had an idea.
Yo, you're going there again. All right, no worries. You see, this
And
is an
don't
example of
forget-
not listening.
I don't forget.
Not listening.
You didn't
see?
listen. I told you I was staying on this course. You didn't listen.
All right.
Anyways, you had an idea for the next episode. Tell us what it's going to be about.
Guys, we're going to have a great episode, just reflecting on the journey so far. Just going through your feedback, just some of the comments. But even we're going to hear from some of our faithful listeners. So we're going to hear what they say. I heard you were trying to influence people to vote for you as their favorite personality. All right, so but we'll deal with all of that, guys, on the next episode. Come on, share something. We're going to share
I
our
have nothing to say. You
Yep.
said it all. Okay, we're going to have a
sorry for your husband, yes?
Wow.
Anyway, that
Me too. See y'all. Goodbye.
Take care.